what is this market doing? Investing is not, and I'm going to give you some of my biases here, and there are always two sides to an argument, but these are the strategies that I've found that work. Investing is not mutual funds. Why is it not mutual funds? Because it's run by a manager that can be here one day and gone the next. Most importantly, you don't know what the mutual fund's portfolio consists of. It prices it at the end of the day. It does some different things with accounting. As I manage money as an active investor, it's not possible for me to track the market and its performance using a portfolio of stocks that I don't know exactly what's in it or how it should behave in connection to the market. So my first belief is that investing is not mutual funds. It's also not a broad spread across asset classes. And what I mean by that is that people will tell you to put some money in bonds, some money in stock to hedge your position, right? Well, if that worked, what would happen? You'd be at zero, because this one would offset that one when you have a broad. What I've experienced as I've been an active investor is that I rarely want to be in the stock market and the bond market at the same time, because they usually don't go up together. So the question is, pick what's working and don't stay in places that are not working. It's also not only long side, meaning you buy at one price and expect to sell at a higher price, because that doesn't work in this market. It's not multiple portfolios. When you have multiple portfolios, you can't keep track of what you have. So at the end of the day, you're asking yourself, what happened? It's like having multiple clothes closets, where you can't find the this that goes with a that. It's not market timing. It's not in and out. It's also not a measure against the market. And what I mean by that is that the mutual fund manager or somebody else will say to you over here, well, technology was down 40%, and I was only down 30%. Isn't that great? And you're saying to yourself, I just lost 30% of my asset value. How can I consider that great? I don't want you to think in those terms anymore. It should be against zero. In other words, measure your portfolio against making a profit and not against some rationale for why it's okay to lose money. Because that would be a hope and a prayer. And what I've just described to you is what I call passive money management. It's when you park your money. Here's another example, and that's that, wouldn't it be brilliant if the mutual fund manager just took your money out of that particular set of securities and put it in cash when they knew that the market was going down? I mean, that would be a great innovation on a mutual fund. Just put me in cash when you know that this portion or this segment of the industry is going down. But that doesn't happen. That's not the way they work. There are 3 stages of money. The first one is the acquisition. And so you're all here learning about some ways to acquire money and build your portfolio. Once you get it, as I have done, then you say to yourself, I got 2 new problems. What are they? Protection and leverage. And what I mean by that, and I explained this earlier, is I have gone through what was been a very unexpected divorce. It wasn't on my radar screen. The ex met the girlfriend on a scuba boat and thought that he needed to run away and marry her. Well, his strategy didn't work because she dumped him. But in the meantime, and you know what? The only way I can look at a lot of things sometimes in life is to just understand that the universe wants to teach me. And that's the way I look at it. I've had a graduate education in what it means to protect your money as you go through those things. The judge looked at me and he said, you know, we're going to divide up this property. And I looked at him and I said, no, by the end, I'm going to own all the property. There are 5 pieces and I control 4 of them right now. So you have issues of protecting your money. And it can come from a business partner who suddenly is taking money out of the till that you didn't know about. You know, there are any number of things. And then there's the leverage question. And the leverage question is, in the specific regard that we're talking about in my presentation, how do you leverage those IRA monies and RRSP monies so that they'll actually work for you? Because here's the deal. Take what you make right now. If you want to walk away from your job at some point in the future and be financially free, add a 0 to what you're making right now. At 10%, in other words, if that pool of money that's in what I call your money machine, if that amount of money pays you 10%, it will replace your earnings for today. If what you have is right here and the number that you just got when you added the 0 is up here, your challenge is the middle. And that's how you need to grow those monies that are in your money machine so that you'll get there. And then the next stage is management. That's the giving away part and the organizing your money part. You need money for 4 things. The first would be transition money. That would be, oh my gosh, something just happened to me. I'm going to do this or that. Where do I have some cash stashed so I can get through this transition? Or transition might be like it was for me. I wrote my book, and during that period of time, I wanted some time off so that I could really work on that. It was a passion of mine, and I really enjoyed doing that. The second piece is spending money. That's anything that you spend. That's for all your living expenses. That's for your lifestyle. You're spending money. The third kind is what I call dignity money. That's the money that you're going to need long into your future. If you're healthy through age 50, how long can you live these days? 90, 95? So unless you want to be working into those years, that's why we're all here, is how are we leveraging our current assets so that it will pay income, and as long as you live, that income is going to come. And fourthly, you need giving away money, because it's that money. The whole objective of money is an energy. The whole idea is to satisfy your own needs as an individual, to be so comfortable in your own space, in your own skin, in your own cash flow, that you then can give away money to other people. So how do we think differently when it comes to our IRA accounts and our RSPs? This is the strategies now that we're starting to talk about. There are 3 markets to continually evaluate: the stock market, the bond market, and the real estate market. And I propose to you that as investors, we need to be in all 3 markets because it's for different purposes. But I'm continually asking myself on my rental properties, am I getting 12%? If I'm not, I need to be raising my rents, or I need to be doing some things that will encourage that. Because if you take the number 72 and you divide an interest rate into that number, so 12 into 72 gives me 6. That is how many years it will take your money to double. Yes. If you take the number 72 and you divide it by an interest rate, and I use 12 because it is the historical rate of return of the stock market, that tells you that money doubles every 6 years. If you take the 3%, I'm being generous, that you've been getting in a savings account or a money market account, it's 26 years for your money to double, okay? But if you take that minus 30% and you take it into 72, you can see that minus just does not work into 72. That is a real problem. Because your objective, remember when they showed $1 doubling? Your objective is to continually get a 12% rate of return on your money in one of these 3 markets. So I'm always scanning to say, where can I do that? The be flexible part is that. It's to be flexible between the markets as well as what you're using in the market. So I'm encouraging your flexibility now to be out of mutual funds and into perhaps a strategy that I'm going to show you where you can get a better return. And the